Greetings. I'm Scott St. Tuck, and this is the news, stupid. Sorry, force of habit. I'm Scott St. Tuck, and this is the stupid news. Leading our news today, it has just been verified that Senator Elizabeth Warren is still sipping the same beer she opened on New Year's Eve when she announced her run for president. Rather than nursing a beer, experts have described this as bringing a beer back from the dead. Also in alcoholic news related to the Democrats, Capilot Vineyards in Napa Valley announced a new wine commemorating the Democrats who announced their candidacy for president. The wine has been described as intensely fruity with heavy overtones of nuts. And at 2% alcohol, it packs no punch. Colleges and universities across America are now offering majors in the marijuana industry. Students are allowed to take these classes as long as they promise not to inhale. And no, real-life experience does not count towards your major. If it did, I would have a PhD. Pretty high and dumb. The obstruction probe surrounding President Trump reached a new level of intensity this week when Democrat-led House committees issued over 80 separate subpoenas requesting a multitude of documents. Including in these requests were documents from President Trump's elementary school years where it is alleged he colluded with the safety guard to cross against the light. And now, a word from our sponsor. Cattywampus. A Northwestern University neuroscientist has reportedly invented a microchip which, when implanted into the brain of a human, can dramatically increase their intelligence. The chip was deemed a success when it was tested on Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, and it turned her into an idiot. In other science news, Elon Musk's SpaceX launched the first U.S. space rocket to dock with the International Space Station since the shuttering of the space shuttle back in August 31st of 2011. It was an unmanned space vehicle that carried only a dummy named Ripley after Ripley's Believe It or Not. What? The dummy was named after Ripley from the Alien movie series. I don't believe it. Also this week, documents from the Freedom of Information Act revealed that Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg was actually replaced by an android back in 2008. It seems Democrat operatives slipped into Disney's Hall of Presidents, stole the smallest president, James Madison at 5'4". They slapped an Edna Mode mask on her from The Incredibles, and no one could tell the difference. Also, the real Ruth Bader Ginsburg was spotted this week partying at festival in Rio, and previous reports have placed her at dance clubs all over Europe and East Asia. This week, Ash Wednesday was commemorated on Wednesday of this week. Ash Wednesday was commemorated. Does the writer do this to me on purpose? He does. Ash Wednesday marks the beginning of Lent, where Catholics around the world are urged to give up sin. This year, to comply, many Catholics have chosen to give up priests. While appearing on New York City's Power 105 FM The Breakfast Club, Senator Bernie Sanders was asked to provide examples of legislation he personally passed that helped people during his 16 years in the House and 13 years in the Senate. In response, Senator Bernie provided the following list. Hey, come on, is our printer broken again? No? Moving on. Turning to North spews. Rather than signing with a team from California or a team from New York, superstar slugger Bryce Harper saved tens of millions in tax dollars by signing with the Philadelphia Phillies. This leaves in doubt any teams from California or New York being able to be competitive in the future, as if they needed another reason to suck. And bombarded with questions of financial irregularities and accusations of funneling nearly $1 million from her election campaign to personal use, Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez responded, no I didn't. And this satisfied the mass media. Really? It satisfied the mass media? Aren't we going to talk? And that's the stupid news. I'm Scott Sing Talk. Good night, Tank McNamara, wherever you are.